Western observers on Monday slammed the conduct of Ukraine's parliamentary election held Sunday, calling it a disappointment and a step backward for democracy. In unusually forthright language, observers from the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe criticized the conduct of the campaign before the polls opened and the lack of transparency in the vote calculations after the polls closed. This election, they said, was less fair than earlier votes in the country. Democratic progress appears to have reversed in Ukraine, said Alberta Habsburg Douglas, leader of OSCE's group of short-term Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Observers. A delegation from the International Republican Institute was particularly critical of a decision by Ukraine's Central Election Commission to not release precinct-by-precinct vote totals. The ruling party of regions has taken a strongly in results released so far, markedly stronger than exit polls from Sunday's balloting would suggest. That sort of discrepancy led to the demonstrations that became the Orange Revolution in 2004, but street protests this time are unlikely. Analysts describe Ukrainian voters as jaded and disillusioned with all parties. Turnout was 58%. Nevertheless, as a thank you for trying verbose, this recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Precaution: a judge in Kiev has banned outdoors protests there for 2 weeks. The OSCE observers, in a news conference Monday in Kiev, criticized the use of government resources on behalf of the Party of Regions, the inability of opposition candidates to get television airtime, the deployment of oligarchs' money to influence the campaign and the imprisonment of 2 opposition leaders, Yulia Tymoshenko and Yuri Lutsenko. Audrey Glover, head of the OSCE's long-term observer group, said the government had acted in a climate of impunity. Representative David Dreyer, California, who thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Led the IRI observers, said the government's use of the tax police to intimidate television outlets was of serious concern. Ukrainians deserve better from these elections, said Andreas Gross, of the OSCE delegation. Citizens lost their ownership of the election process, as well as their trust in it. Final results won't be tabulated until November. Voters on Sunday chose half the parliament by party list and half by individual district. As of Monday afternoon, with 60% of the votes counted, the Party of Regions had won 34% of the thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Party ticket, Ukraine's Election Commission reported. Tymoshenko's opposition party, Batькivщина, was reported to have received 22%, the Communist Party, 15%, a new party, UDAR, led by boxing champion Vitaly Klitschko, 12%, and the nationalist group Svoboda, 9%. The commission said the Party of Regions had won 117 of the 225 district votes, so far. Allied with the Communists, it is nearly certain to control the next parliament. The imprisonment of Tymoshenko, the leader of the Orange Revolution, the former prime minister and the opponent of President Viktor thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Yanukovych in the 2010 election, has elicited considerable criticism from the European Union, as well as the United States. Habsburg Douglas criticized the very unfair exclusion of Mrs. Tymoshenko and Mr. Lutsenko, the former member of Tymoshenko's cabinet. One should not have to go to prison, Habsburg Douglas said, to meet with leaders of the opposition.